Hi friends, welcome to Solidworks with Dow. Today we will be designing a bar stool 1 made out of steel. Note, all dimensions are in inches. First we're going to create custom weldment profile in the shape of a rectangle tube, 1 inch by ½ inch by 0.40 thousandths of an inch. Okay, and the seat is made of wood, foam, and fabric. So starting at the isometric view on the right side here, right top side, there's 6 parts that makes up this bar stool. The left leg, the right leg, the seat, okay, the seat frame underneath the seat, and the footrest at the bottom front here. Okay, so how this thing comes together is that the left leg and the right leg are brought together at the top by screwing underneath, okay, the seat frame, okay, 4 places. And then in the front bottom here at the footrest, okay, the footrest is screwed to the left of the leg here and to the right of the leg to reinforce the front. And then at the back, to stiffen up the left and right leg at the lower back here, there's a back brace, okay, and that's to be screwed on over here in 2 places, okay. And then the seat obviously is screwed underneath onto the seat frame. Okay, so overall, the size of the bar stool is 18 by 18 inches long and wide, and the height of the bar stool is 34 inches. Okay, going back to the top view here, just want to note that the seat frames, okay, sitting inside of the legs, okay, is not a square, it's 15 by 15 and a half, okay? Just want to highlight that. Now going to the right side view, there's a section called here, section DD, that's shown right here on the right side of the right side view. That shows the seat, okay? The seat is comprised of the wood base, ½ inch thick, okay? And then the cushion is 3 inch foam. And then on top of to wrap the cushion is fabric. And there's a corner radius of all around of 1/4 inch. Okay, so let's get started and design this bar stool 1. So let's create a custom weldment profile to start with. So we'll go to File, New, Part, okay. I'm going to go to Apply Scene. I like to draw in plain white. Systems Options, Document Properties tab, Units, IPS for inch, pound, seconds, we're drawing in inches, 3 decimal places for dimensioning, okay. Start with the front plane, sketch a center rectangle at the origin. Okay, smart dimension, 1 inch. By ½ inch. Okay, cancel smart dimension, offset entities. I'm not adding any fillets for this custom weldment profile. Okay, so offset entities, 0.040, the wall thickness, 48 thousandths of an inch. Add dimension, select chain, okay. It's offsetting outside, I want it inside, so I'm going to click inside the rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to exit the sketch here on the right side. Okay, so I have my profile design without any radiuses, corner radiuses, okay? So now I'm gonna, before I save it, I'm gonna try to find out where to save it, okay? What file location. So I'm gonna go up back to Systems Option at the top. Systems Option, okay? File location here in the middle. Show folders for, I'm gonna scroll down, Weldment Profiles. Okay, in my case is C drive, program data, SolidWorks 2025, and the Weldment profiles folder. Okay? So I'm going to cancel. So before I save, I'm going to click on the sketch here to highlight it, okay? We're saving the sketch as the profile. There we go. Sketch 3 in my case. File. Save as. Okay, so save as file name. Give it a description of the custom weldment profile. For in this case, 1 inch by ½ inch by 40 thousandths of an inch wall thickness. Save as type, live feet part. It's right here. In my case, it's in the middle somewhere at the bottom. Under JPEG, this extension right here, live feet part. Okay. For me, it's this PC, C drive, program, data folder, SolidWorks 2025, Weldment profiles. I already created a new folder and I renamed it Custom Profiles. Okay. Then inside here, I made another subfolder. Okay, a new folder, another one. Renamed it Rectangle 2. This is necessary, okay? And then I saved it, as you can see already in here. Okay. File, new, part, okay. Save drawing as bar stool 1. I'm going to display style here at the top center. I'm going to click plain white. I like to draw in plain white. I'm going to systems options, document properties tab, units, drawing in inches. Okay, 3 decimal places for dimensioning. Okay, starting at the top plane, sketch, zoom out a bit, corner rectangle with along the x-axis of the origin, okay? Dimension, smart dimension, 17.250, 17¼ inch. This bottom line here, 6.750, 6¾ of an inch. Okay, so from this line to the origin is 2 inches. Okay, so one more thing to do here. I'm going to select this bottom line, select the origin, make relation coincident. Okay, so our drawing is fully defined. Now I'm going to go to features, extruded boss base, extrude it up 33 inches. Okay, sketch from sketch plane, direction 1, blind. Okay, 33 inches. Okay. Now I'm going to sketch here, sketch tab. Instead of sketching in 2D, I'm going to drop down here and choose 3D sketch. Okay, I'm going to select this line. Okay, it's highlighted in orange, now it's blue. Hold shift, select this top line here. Okay, select the bottom one. Continue to hold shift, rotate. Okay, rotate the part. Select this line, the top one right here, this edge. Select this back edge right here. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I gotta hold shift. I got that. I'm gonna select this one, select that one quickly, select that one, and select that one. Okay? And I'm going to convert entities right here. Okay, at the top left here. Okay? So I got 6 lines. Okay? Isometric view. Now I'm going to direct editing. Oops, I gotta exit the sketch. Direct editing. Delete bodies, okay? Delete bodies type. Select that. Delete this. Okay? We don't need that for now anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Weldments tab, structural member, and I'm gonna standard, okay? Selection standard. Okay, the standard that I created folder was custom profiles, and then the type was a subfolder that was created inside the custom profiles folder. It was called rectangle 2, and now the weldment profile that we created earlier is right here, 1 by ½ inch by 0.040. Okay, inch, that's the wall thickness. And now I'm going to start selecting, okay? I'm going to select, so groups, select this one, this one, this one, this one, this line, and this line, okay? Apply corner treatment. I want it to be end miter, okay? Right here. Oops. Okay, leave everything as is, okay? And that looks right, okay? Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to mirror, this is the right side. I'm going to mirror it to get the left side. So I'm going to go to features, mirror. I'm going to mirror from which plane? I'm going to mirror from the right plane. Okay, looking at it from the top view. Okay. Right plane, select it here. Now bodies, I'm going to zoom out and window select all those 6 bodies and merge it out. That's good. I don't want it to merge. Everything looks good. Okay, so I got 12 in the cut list here. I got 12 bodies. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and turn on the right plane, show. Okay, the right plane is right there. Looking at it from the side view, it's in the middle of that profile, ½ inch in from the profile, so that's ½ inch. Okay, in the middle. So I'm gonna select right front plane, sketch. I'm gonna draw a line from there horizontally to there. Okay, so it's horizontal. You can see it with the relation right there. And I'm going to dimension it from the bottom edge to the center, to the line, 11 inches. Okay. I'm going to zoom in, select that left endpoint, that line, edge, okay, 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and now the same with the right side, the right point here of the line, endpoint to that 0.125. Okay, just to verify, this should give us 16 3/4. Okay, and it is. Cancel smart dimension, exit sketch. Okay, I'm just gonna go isometric view. I'm gonna turn off, select the front plane. Okay, click it and hide. Click the eyeball to hide it. Okay. I'm going to go to Weldments again, structural member, and same thing, custom profiles, type is rectangle tube, size is the one weldment profile we created, and I'm going to select that. Okay. Okay, so there's one thing that I want to do is I want to rotate the profile 90 degrees. So I'm going to go down here now, okay, on the left side, right here at the bottom corner, and I'm going to put in 90 degrees, okay, and it rotated 90, okay, and it's in the middle relative to this, okay, profile, and that's how I want it. And there's that 1/8 gap, okay, and 1/8 gap. Okay, so now we're gonna do a plane offset. So features, reference geometry, plane. Okay, go in the top left corner here. First reference is the top plane. Okay, I want it to go up. Okay, top plane. Distance offset. Offset distance is 25 3/4 right here. That's what I want. Okay. I'm gonna select the plane 3, sketch on it. I'm gonna select center line. Okay, I'm gonna draw a center line from here, from the outside edge, right here, to across. Okay, outside edge to outside edge of those two profiles. Okay, so I'm gonna select center rectangle, and the center midpoint of that center line. Okay, I'm gonna go like something like that. Okay, escape to cancel the center rectangle. I'm gonna do some smart dimensioning here. Okay, zoom in from that edge, highlight in orange to that, inside edge to that, 1/2 inch. Okay. And then from the line to that inside edge of that profile, same thing, 0.5, 1/2 inch. Okay, zooming out. So this is 16 inches, that's correct. This is 16 inches too. I don't want that, I want it to be 16 and a half. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to offset this line, because right now it's a square. Okay, I'm gonna offset this line. Add dimensions, 1/2 inch. Okay, out, out, down. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna select this line, construction geometry. Okay, I'm gonna turn it into construction geometry. Then I'm going to go to extend entities. I'm gonna extend the line. Okay. And the smart dimension, 16 and a half, that's what I want. Okay, and okay. Cancel smart dimension, exit the sketch, isometric view, Weldments, structural member, okay, custom profile, standard, rectangle tube, and the size. Okay, I'm gonna start selecting this guy, this line, this line, this line, and the front line. Okay, and looking at it from the right side view, the profile is vertical as we created. Okay, so I want to rotate that. Okay, so apply corner treatment, same thing, and leave everything the same, 90 degrees. I want to lay down, okay, on the horizontal, the profile, so that. So now it's rotated 90, okay. So now as you can see on the right side view, I want it like that, okay. And the front view, okay. Okay. So I'm going to turn off hide the plane 3, don't need it anymore. Okay, so now I got another profile to create, or Okay, so I'm gonna go and do a plane features, create another plane, reference geometry, plane. Okay, I'm gonna choose this inside face, okay, and then I'm gonna rotate the part, and I'm gonna choose the back face. Okay, I created a mid-plane, okay, from those two faces, and it's in the center of it. So I'll show you here on the top view, looking down, it's kind of small. It's right here, okay, in the middle. That's what I want. So okay, just gonna grab this point here and stretch it out, okay? Make it a little bigger, easier to see. Okay, so it's plane 5 now. So plane 5 selected, sketch. Okay. I'm going to go to, okay. Let me see, I'm gonna go to displace this here, right here. All right, and hidden lines visible. Actually, I don't need to. I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna select this line, and then this line, hold shift, select this line, left line, right line, okay, this line, this middle line, okay, from earlier, this left edge, this right edge, and convert entities. Okay, now I'm gonna do some trimming, trim that, okay, left side, right side. I'm finished with trimming. Now I'm just gonna window select these two lines and delete it. Okay, now I got the line I want. Just gonna go out and show you. Okay, so now I'm going to exit sketch, Weldments, structural member, same thing, standard custom profiles, type is rectangle tube, size is that, and I'm gonna select that line. And again, this time it's, okay, it's laying on the horizontal. I want it to be vertical. So I'm gonna go down here, bottom left corner, and make it 90 degrees rotation. Okay. That's how it should look. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go and sketch on this face here of this front leg, the inside face. Okay. Sketch. I'm gonna go display style and show hidden lines visible. Okay. I'm gonna draw a center line, even though there's a point here, I'm gonna draw a center line. I could use that point. I'm just gonna draw a center line across. Okay. I'm gonna draw a center rectangle from the midpoint of that center line out like that, something like that. Okay, smart dimension. This is 2 inches. This is 3/4 of an inch, 0.750. Okay. All right. I'm going to draw a couple more center lines from zooming in from that top edge of the profile. There. And then another one from this midpoint of that profile. There. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a couple holes. Draw a circle, center circle. Okay. I'm going to select this one, the first one, select the second one, make equal relations, dimension it, smart dimension, 0.200. Okay. I'm gonna go and do some, okay, I'm gonna select sketch fillet, okay, right here, 1/8 of an inch. Select this corner, Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Cancel fillet, sketch fillet, and I'm gonna go and extrude this, extruded boss base. It's point right here, point, the distance is 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. That's the gap we created earlier, we left. Okay, and it's going from that face. I'm gonna turn on display style here, shade with edges. It's going to the right, the arrow's right here, highlighted in orange, and to meet this profile, that's correct, 1/8 of an inch, okay. And it's a separate body, okay, so we got 19 now. So now instead of, I'm just gonna go here, I'm gonna drop down on Boss Extrude 2, that same sketch that I created earlier, I'm gonna select it, bottom left here, okay, I'm gonna do another extrusion, okay, same distance, but instead of from sketch plane, I'm gonna go and choose surface, face, plane, okay, and I'm gonna choose, okay, I can choose this one, but I'm gonna choose this one to make it easier, this edge, okay, it's highlighted in green, the arrow's going in towards that way to the right, that's incorrect, we want it to go the other way, okay, I'll show you in the front plane. It's going into the profile, that's incorrect. So we want it to go left. So I'm going to reverse it. Okay, direction. Now it's going towards, okay, that profile. Okay. So now we have 20 bodies. Isometric view. Zoom in. Okay. Same thing on this side. Okay, so now we're going to make a plate for this profile to be installed into the tube, the back of the legs, okay? The back here. So we're going to select this face right here, sketch. I'm going to go to display style, hidden lines visible. I'm going to draw a corner rectangle, okay? From this corner, okay? To this bottom right corner here, okay? Okay, I'm going to apply a relation. This line, hold shift, and this line, make collinear. Okay, so the drawing is fully defined. I'm just going to put in some dimensions for verification, 5 inches, okay? Make sure I did it right. 1 inch, okay? I'm going to draw a center line, okay, from this edge to this right edge of that profile. And likewise, center line from this edge, that line, to that line. Okay, now I'm going to draw a couple circles. Select the circles, okay. Make relations equal, it is, okay. Dimension, circles, 200 thou, okay, so 0.200, okay. A little under a quarter of an inch, okay. Sketch fillet, 1/8 of an inch, already there. I'm gonna select this, okay. This one, in this corner, Keep constrained corners, okay. All right, now I'm going to features, extruded boss base, zoom in. It should be going away, and it is from the other profile, so it's going to the left. Okay, it's going out, not in towards it, so it's correct, 1/8 of an inch. All right, so we're gonna extrude it. All right, so just we went up here, display style. Okay, shade with edges. So we got our plate right there. Okay. I'm gonna turn off these lines here. I'm gonna hide it. Looks all right. Now I'm going to the bottom edge here. Okay, the bottom face. Right here, underneath. Select that face, sketch. Then I'm going to go to the top view. Okay, I'm sketching from the top view. So I'm gonna sketch a rectangle with just lines, okay? Okay. Some smart dimension, okay? 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Now I'm going to, with smart dimension, I'm going to dimension from here to that edge here, that line. Okay. 1/8 of an inch spacing. Okay. I'm going to exit smart dimension. I'm going to select this line. Hold shift, select this line right here in orange. And make relation collinear. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a center line. Okay. Draw a circle. Dimension the circle with smart dimension. All the circles are 0.200. Okay. Cancel smart dimension. Sketch fillet. 1/8 of an inch. That's our, okay. That's typical. Okay. And okay. All right. So now I'm going to go here, display style, hidden lines visible. I want to see this, okay? That's why I turned that on. So I'm going to grab all this that I created. I'm going to copy it, okay? Copy entities. For construction. Okay. Copy entities. And from point, I'm just gonna make a random point there. All right. And put it right somewhere there. Okay. Then I'm gonna rotate this. I'm gonna select, I can select it later, but I'll select it now. Rotate entities. Center of rotation, keep relations. Okay. Center is this point in the middle, 90 degrees. Okay. Cancel it. I just want to see something here. Okay. So smart dimension should be, this one should be 3/8. Okay, so it's Okay, we'll just leave it. Okay. So now I'm going to move this. Okay, I'm going to create a center line. From this, okay, left point right there of that profile, 1 inch. Then I'm going to move this okay. Let's see. Okay, move midpoint to that midpoint of that center line. Okay. I'm going to draw a center line. Midpoint of that line. Okay. Draw another center line. Outside line. Outside line here. Okay, we're going to do some mirroring. Oh, we don't need this line, sorry. So I'm going to just go and mirror entities. Copy, mirror about this line. Okay. Features, extruded boss base. Go to isometric view. Go to display style, shaded with edges. I'm going to the front view. Okay, it's going down. Okay, that's the correct orientation. So I'm going to say okay. So now we've got 25 bodies. Okay, so looking at it underneath. Okay, right there. It's better to look at it from the bottom view, I guess. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna sketch on this face, the top now. Earlier we did the bottom, and this, I'm gonna do this sketch. Okay, and instead of sketching that same rectangle with the hole, I'm going to go to display style here, and I'm gonna go show hidden lines. I'm gonna select this, okay? Select that line, right click, select tangency, convert entities to that plane, right, that we created. Okay, draw a line to complete the profile, the contour, okay. Now I'm going to draw a line to help me locate the position. So I'm going to draw a center line there, just like that, all right. And then another one. Like that. Now I'm going to select this. I'm going to move from that midpoint, okay, to that point that we created with the center line. Oops. All right. Okay, let me do copy. Okay, so I'm gonna go from here to there. Okay, I didn't do the whole, so convert entities. All right, I forgot the whole. I'm gonna copy, okay, from to, keep relations, just any random point, move it here, okay. Then I'm gonna move this, move it from the midpoint to that point, okay. I'm gonna delete this. I already have that here. I just wanna do one thing. I wanna put this here. There should be 0.375. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do another copy. And from to, just a random point to start over here, okay? And delete this. Again, go up here, rotate entities, keep relations, center of rotation. Just gonna set that, 90 degrees. Okay. Okay, so that's not the orientation I want, so I'm gonna go 270. That's better. Okay. Okay. And then cancel rotation, that's all we want. So I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna move entities. Everything stays the same from this midpoint to that point. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna mirror entities. I'm gonna select that, mirror about. I'm gonna use that same center line I created earlier. Okay, zoom out. All right. And then the same, likewise, mirror this with this horizontal center line. Okay. Copy. Okay, so I'm gonna go to display style here at the top. All right. Isometric view. I'm going to go to features, extruded boss base. Orientation's going, the arrow's going up. I want it to go down. So I'm going to reverse the arrow. Now it's sitting the way I want it to. Okay. All right. That's to mount the seat on the frame. Okay. Okay, so I don't need this plane. I should have turned, I'm going to turn off that plane. I'm going to turn off this line, hide it. Also with this line, hide it. And this line in the front here. Hide that line. Okay. I'm gonna save. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the seat. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. Sketch on this face. Select it. Sketch. Corner rectangle. Top left corner here. Bottom right corner. Okay. Sketch fillet. 1/4 of an inch. 0.5250. Okay. I'm gonna window select the 4 corners. Okay. Features, extruded boss base. This is the base of the seat, which is made out of wood. So it's 1/2 inch thick. Okay. Extrude it up. Okay. So I'm going to select on this face here, the top face, sketch. Instead of drawing that profile again, or contour with the radius, I'm just going to go and convert entities to copy it up. Okay. Extruded features, extruded boss base. This is the foam. So it's 3 inches up. Okay. I'm going to fillet the face, the top face, right here. Constant size fillet. Again, 1/4 of an inch right here, radius. Select this top face, okay. Now I'm going over here to the bottom left here. I'm gonna select that, okay, shift select that, and I'm going to go over here and right click with the cursor, and I'm gonna isolate, okay. For some reason my wood base or my base of the seat is hidden, so I'm going to go back here and hide, okay, show it. So there's two bodies here, the foam and that. Make sure you have two, okay? So now I'm going to surfaces. I'm going to offset surface, okay? The dimension is 1 divided by 64, which is, okay, 1/64 of an inch. This is for the thickness of the fabric. Okay, so I'm going to select this face, window select that, okay, rotate this, selecting faces, okay. All right, got all that. Okay. So let's go to the bottom view to see it offset it outside, okay, 0.061, 016, sorry, okay, out, okay, that's correct. Okay, so now we're going to knit these two surfaces. So we're going to go to Surface tab again up here, and going to knit surface. Select this one, okay, and select this one. Leave those things unchecked. Okay, so we have a knit surface. Now we're going to thicken the surface. So again, Surface tab, thicken. Okay, I'm going to select that, and the dimension here is 1 divided by 64, 1/64 of an inch. Unselect merge result. We don't want it to merge. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom view to show. Okay, so this is thicken side 2. It's correct. Okay, this is thicken both sides. And then this is thicken outside. That's incorrect. Okay, we want it to be side 2, which is going in, not out. So that's correct. I'll go OK. Isometric view. Okay, so I'm going to highlight thicken here. Okay, at the bottom left, I'm going to fabric, appearances, okay, appearances. I'm going to close that. Okay, fabric, cloth. I'm going to double click gray cotton, okay, to apply material to that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to thicken here, and I'm going to hide thicken, and I'm going to apply some appearance to these two parts. So I'm going to select, okay, boss extrude 7 here on the bottom left. I'm going to go to organic, wood. Okay, I'll just go to the general wood folder, and I'm just going to go double click on beech. Okay, and now I'm going to select bottom left here, boss extrude 8, which is the foam and the fillet. Shift select the fillet, both of them. And I'm going to up here, edit appearance. I'm just going to give it a different color to represent foam instead of the generic color here. So I'm going to go yellow. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go back to thicken 1 at the bottom here. I'm going to unhide it or show the fabric again. Okay. So we have it like that. And then I'm going to exit isolate. Okay. Exit isolate. Okay. Isometric view. Okay, so there we have it. Bar stool 1 is designed. Okay? I'm going to show you the top view, the front view, the bottom view. Okay? The right side view, the back view, and then finally isometric view. Okay? Just gonna look at it. Okay, so I hope you like it. If so, give me a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.